people. $13 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nuts. $13 for 6 nuts. Look, let me show you, okay? Do you see that? Do you see what I got here? $13 for 6 fucking nuts. What we're gonna do today, we're gonna go ahead and spend a little time with the MoneyPit over here. We're gonna go ahead and install our seat belts. Let's go ahead and look at that and see what we got. It's pretty obvious when you have a car in today's age and society and world that we just love to live in, you got to have seat belts. This isn't circa 1977 where you can drive without seat belts, because the insurance companies have what can I say, mandatory. They mandatoried it that you got to have seat belts, and if you don't, you get $500 fines and $2,000 fines and all this other shit. So what we got here is, this is the driver's side seatbelt system, and this is out of the Saturn. This is out of the Saturn where I got the seats, and we're going to go ahead and install these. We're going to put these seatbelts in the Baja MoneyPit. So I had to go get these nuts. Now these are extended nuts, you can see that, and we're going to be using these. We're going to weld those on there. We're going to weld them to a bracket in the car, but yeah, these are all metric. We already know that. And what this stud does, let me get that on there and we'll go over the system. Okay, so that one's on there just like that, and I can see that it just barely fits on there. So this is the bottom part that sits down on the bottom. This goes on the bottom. And then to give you a better idea, let me go ahead and get in here just like this. I just had a knee replacement, people. If I'm moving a little slow, bear with me here. So this, okay, there's our stud. Do you see the stud I bought? The long shaft. And then this is our other one. And when you put these seat belts in, they got to be pretty level or they won't work. Yeah, so if you put them on here and they're not level, I mean, if you put it in here and your seatbelt won't come up, that means you're fucking yourself. So when you set it in there, you want to make sure that it's level, so when you pull it out, it works. That's real important. Okay, and then on the top up here, this actually goes all the way up to this hole up here. You can't see it in the camera. So then, we got seat belts, bitch! I got $13 in the seat and seat belts, so the MoneyPit really isn't pitting myself out. We're not getting pitted yet, but believe me, the MoneyPit is coming. It's coming. I've been stalling out putting these seat belts in. I haven't wanted to do it, but then on the other hand, I do want to do it. But I mean, we got a lot of work to do to this thing. It's just very depressing, people. Very, very depressing that I got this car in this shape, and I got to do all this work to this car to actually do something. I have a feeling this is going to take all day to put these 2 seat belts in, because I got to mount the seats in here to get this upper part of the seat belt located. We might get lucky and go ahead and put it right here, and that way then all I got to do is drill out this thread in this and then weld the nut on there. So we might get lucky and it'll work. It'll work. The thing I'm afraid of is that the seatbelt might be too high and it won't come down far enough. We don't know until we actually get involved in it. So let's go ahead and get started on this and get her done. So kind of follow me here. It's kind of hard to film this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this off where I need to cut this. So if we have our seat belt like right here, like that, we're going to cut it right here. And then we're going to cut it this area here, I guess. Okay, so we're going to cut that out right there. And then that'll let us recess our seat belt in just a little farther. Right there. All right, so we got to cut that out. I brought my cutting wheel over here to do this with. Let me get that out here. I want to show everybody this cutting wheel. Take a look at this thing. You're not going to believe it. This is actually a metal diamond bit 4.5-inch cutting wheel. You can see I've already used it many times. This thing will outlast, basically outlasts any cutting wheel that you buy on the market. It's diamond edge. It's a diamond edge cutting. Let me show you the little thing here. It's made by Graff. It's made by Graff. It's a metal cutting wheel designed specifically for angle grinders. And read that if you can right there. It's diamond edge. Diamond edge. Look what it says here. Where's that at? It says guaranteed 5,000 cuts. Where does that say that? Okay, it said it on here. So, it said it on the blade on here. It said guaranteed 5,000 cuts. We can't use it in here. I can use it right here and possibly right here, but that last one we're going to have to get with our air saw. So let's go ahead and cut this out. And if you're looking for this, look on Amazon for Graff. It's called a Graff metal cutting wheel. Guaranteed 5,000 cuts. It's a diamond bit. It's got diamond edges on it. And this thing only costs $15. Very cheap. Cut through it like butter, people. Cut through it like butter, okay? I'm doing advertising on this thing because I love it. That thing should last me 6 months to 8 months. I saved a lot of money, $15, free shipping. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and finish this out using our air saw. If you don't have one of these and you got an air compressor, you need to get one. I'm going to reach my hand in here. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, now our seatbelt ought to fit in there really nice and toasty. See what I'm talking about? Modifications, guys. This is called modifications. So what I got to do now, I got to figure out, I got to make some pedestals for these bolts so I can weld them to the sheet metal, and then we're going to go from there. Let's get her done. Get her done. Get her, get her done, bitch. Okay, what we're looking at is a mess here. Let me show you what's going on. That was my first attempt right here. You're going to see what's going on in a minute, but so that was my first attempt on how I was going to mount them. And anybody that does fabrication, if you're not like a computer analyst, mathematic genius, then it's trial and error when you're doing this shit, okay? So what I was going to do is I have those bolted to this, and by the way, that's $7 going in the trash. I got to go back to the store and buy 2 more. So I went ahead and took the other ones and I bolted them on here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of angle iron right here, and then I'm going to weld this to the sheet metal like that. And then we're going to take these brackets here, and then one will go over here and one will go over here like that. And then we're going to turn this around. Let me go ahead and show you here. So this will be actually looking at the outside of the car, kind of skeletonize it, kind of get an idea. And then what we'll do is we'll turn that around just like that. And then we're gonna weld this like that, right there. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna get this welded on here, and then this will be welded on here, just like this. Is that gonna be tall enough for us? That's the problem. Let's see. So we bring this one here, and that one there. So we kind of fucked up on that deal, so I'm gonna have to cut another one of these, actually 2 of these ones here. So that was a waste of time and money, but you kind of get the idea. We're gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna clamp this on here like that, using my C-clamps, if I can get it on here. I'm having a bad time today, people. Bad situations arise. This is part of it. Now, if I can use this on here, I would. That would save me a lot of anguish. But that won't reach, so yeah, great. Okay, let me figure this out. You kind of see what's going on here. I don't want to weld anything together until we actually have it ready to weld. I don't even know if I'm going to use these now. You know, this is bullshit. You can't even, there, now you can see. So we are definitely going to use the angle iron. This is going to be welded to the sheet metal inside the car. And then I got to make brackets that will kind of sit like this. And obviously this one would probably work. But the problem is it's too wide. We need something skinnier. So let me go search around and find what I need to do to get this going so we can actually have seat belts in the car and it'll be roadworthy for us to actually drive it on the street and four-wheeling. All right, I think we figured this out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack weld all this together. I got everything held together with C-clamps, as you can see. And once again, I'm just going to tack weld it. I kind of fucked up on my first go around, and I shouldn't have welded all that up like that. I should have tacked it. I didn't tack it, so now we're going to tack it and see what happens. Okay, so that should hold that. Let's see. Okay, so that's on there like that. Now once again, I'm just tack welding this on. We want to make sure that it all fits. And then I'm going to show you what it's going to look like in there. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat our process on the right side, and then we'll mount them. Alright, so there's that one. We can go ahead and take this off. Alright. Hey, you motherfucker. Got me. It got me. Okay, so let's go ahead and weld this last bracket on here. Alright, so that's just tacked together. Let's go over there and see how it all works out, and hopefully that will work in our... Okay, hold on. The seatbelt's not... There it is. Okay. As long as the seatbelt comes out, we're in good shape, people. Okay, so there's our area that we're going to be putting this. And then this is actually going to be just like that. I'm going to weld this right there, and it looks like it's going to work out awesome. Look at that. So you kind of get the idea what's going on here. That bracket, that L bracket that I got right here, this one, I'm going to weld that to the body. That's going to be welded to the body because that's going to give that sheet metal strength, so our seat belt will be secure and prepared, you might say. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut all the pieces. I'm going to go ahead and make a mirror image for the other side, and then we're going to weld all these in and get this done. But before I do all that, I got to go back to the hardware store. I got to spend money. A lot of money. I got to spend $8 fucking for 2 fucking bolts. So let me go do that, and when I get back, we will finish these out. It's a money pit, people. It's a money pit. It's taken too fucking long to do this. This isn't what I wanted, okay? This is not what I expected to do. I thought we were trading out. The guy said the car ran, charged the battery up, and starts up. Go drive it. And then you get the picture. Bitch! Is all I can say. Okay, what I'm doing is I am finishing up on the seatbelt action, and you can see it's working. Here we go. Looky there, people. Can you see that? All I'm doing is welding up the stud. I told you I had to go get some more bolts. Okay, let me finish this up and get a good angle at it. All right, I think that's gonna work, guys. So what I did, let's go over the situation. I went ahead and made the seatbelt system one time. It didn't work out, and then I figured out how to do it a second time. And I mean, this thing's on here solid as a rock. You can see it works. Okay, we got shoulder straps. We got it all right here. Hopefully this thing won't hit us in the head if we're bouncing around. I think my head's gonna be like down here somewhere. I don't know. I do got a cover I'm gonna put on that. But seatbelt works. There it is. So we now have seatbelts in our car. I might go ahead and pop this in here, cut a couple slots. This is just a guide to keep it so it doesn't get all tangled up. But we got our seatbelts. We got to be happy about that. The only thing I paid for on that was the bolts, these things here. So I got like, I don't know, fucking 25 bucks in nuts, big old fat nuts. But other than that, I mean, so far so good. I got the seats for free. I got the seat belts for free. I got 2 days of installation on the seats and the seat belts, and it's all coming together and it's all working out. And I think we're moving forward. I really fucking do. Because now I'm gonna have to rely on trying to make side cash to actually fund this project. And believe it or not, I advertised to sell some of my art pictures, and I got one guy that actually called me. His name's Jim, lives out in Napa, California, and he thanked me very much for all the videos I did, and he is buying one of my art pictures from me, and hopefully that'll be enough money to buy the gas tank and all the fittings to hook that up. But before we do that, we still got to do other stuff, like brakes. The brakes are going to be expensive. We got a hydraulic clutch that we got to rebuild, and we got a lot of action going on. But it's a money pit, people. It's a fucking money pit from the start. But you know what? I got a seatbelt. Let me finish that one over there. I got to weld the stud up there, and then we're going to be moving forward on to the next little project of our, what is this, a Class 5 Baja 500 that we call Money Pit. We'll be back.